final one is Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, C. That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Final answer, and you are correct. Listen, Mom, you're rolling along. For someone who was so pessimistic about whether or not you'd be able to answer questions, you're doing a pretty good job. All right, next question. American author and first deaf and blind person to earn a bachelor's degree is A. Anne Frank, B. Helen Keller, C. Deborah Frank, or D. Elizabeth Cross, sorry.
See, with blind person.
The first, it's an American author, first of all, as well as being the first deaf and blind person to earn a bachelor's degree.
I think it's B.
B. Helen Keller. Is that your final answer? You are once again correct. Yeah. 3 more questions and you would have been at the end of this journey. Vincent van Gogh is best known as a Dutch what? A. Painter. B. Vincent van Gogh.
Vincent van Gogh. No, I know I ain't gonna do it. I know where you're putting That was that.
But Vincent van Gogh is best known as a Dutch what? Is it A. Painter, B. Singer, C. Monk, or D. Astrologist? You still have your 50-50 or your phone a friend available to you, so...
If you're my friend, I know this.
Your friend don't know it? Want to try the 50-50?
I can say astrologist.
You can say astrologist?
I think that's right.
Final answer, right?
Yeah. Right.
Very good. All right. You look in the stars, and the stars came back void. That is the wrong answer, my dear. He was indeed a painter.
Because I never heard about that man. I never heard about that.
And that, my dear, brings us to your third and final strike. And you ain't quite reached on to Michael Road yet. We have to let you right here on Townsend Hall.
Whatever.
Catch that bus again right there. Because it gotta come off of the Jimmy 242. But thank you very much for playing. You've been a very good participant.
Thank you.
All right, you did rather well.
Thanks so much.
Thank you too, ma'am. Next time on the GT 242 ride, I don't know who it could be. Maybe it could be you.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the Free National Movement is taking its drive-in rally to West Grand, Bahama. Keys to brand new homes handed over to residents of Sweetings Key. And a memorial service held in honor of the victims of Hurricane Dorian. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Megan Shepard. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Free National Movement taking its campaign machinery to the West on Friday evening, holding a drive-through rally at the Harbor West Shopping Plaza. The 5 Grand Bahama candidates, along with party leader Prime Minister Hubert Minnis, addressing supporters. The nation's leader telling residents that the party is focused on the future of Grand Bahamians. Italia Hall has our top story.
Free National Movement party supporters filling the Harbor West Shopping Plaza parking lot in 8 Mile Rock on Friday evening. Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, telling residents that the F&M has big plans for the future for Grand Bahama and the Bahamas. adding that the FNM's manifesto was released last week, which sets out the government's vision for the country's future. He says a universal school meals program will be implemented.
This program will provide nutritionally balanced, free breakfast, lunch, and snacks to all school children in government-operated education system. And this program will be available to every child in the government-operated school system throughout our country. We are making it universal, so there is no stigma attached to any child getting food.
The Prime Minister says the expansion of the preschool grant funding program will continue, and it is their plan as well to expand extracurricular programs in schools. The nation's leader says the government is focused on economic growth, and if they return to office, a new Ministry of Investment, Financial Services and Commerce will be created. A branch of the new ministry will be in Grand Bahama.
And this new ministry is going to help us have some of the largest growth rates in decades as we recover economically from COVID-19. This new ministry will deal with domestic and foreign investment, financial services, trade and industry promotions, the ease of doing businesses, digitization, the promotion of concessions and incentives for Bahamians, Family Island Economic Development, the Small Business Development Center, and the promotion of the blue, green, and orange economies.
Prime Minister Minna says last week, the government launched a preliminary stage of the bidding process for the Bahamas Airport Public-Private Partnership Program,
which includes the new Grand Bahama International Airport. We have already launched the Unemployment Assistance Program here on Grand Bahama. We launched concessions for new businesses. And under the existing Special Economic Recovery Zone, we eliminated stamp tax on purchasing properties of under $250,000. We are continuing the rebuilding of homes and infrastructure throughout Grand Bahama, including East Grand Bahama and Sweetings Key. We are going to encourage the Grand Bahama Port Authority to improve and issue business licenses to companies without need for physical spaces, including license fees of $100.
The nation's leader says he has been looking at Grand Bahama's COVID-19 statistics, noting that Grand Bahama is doing well in the fight against the deadly virus as the numbers are decreasing. The nation's leader encouraging Grand Bahamians to get vaccinated, as he says it will bring an end to the third wave and allow the country to return to an even greater sense of normalcy. It's Halia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Well, Bahamians will head to the polls in just under 2 weeks to elect a government for the next 5 years. Tonight, the president of the Grand Bahama Christian Council says that whomever wins, he simply wants to see progress for this northern island. President of the Grand Bahama Christian Council, Reverend Dr. Robert Lockhart, looking forward to the revitalization of the local economy. Reverend Lockhart says that as the country gears up to elect a government to lead the country, he is hoping that the island of Grand Bahama is a top priority.
We've always been in an economic lull, but we've been there too long. And I say that whichever government the Bahamian people choose, please pay attention to Grand Bahama. Let's get things moving again. Get in talks with the Port Authority. Let's make it happen because we've been struggling long enough.
While there have been many projects promised and started, Reverend Lockhart says that now, more than ever, there needs to be a push for major investments to come to fruition.
Projects have been in the pipeline pretty long, okay? And we know, of course, the pandemic came, the hurricane came, but I believe that one of the challenges that any government have is now for these things to materialize. We've lost too much people from Grand Bahama. The population has decreased, which impacts our economy, and we need Grand Bahamians to come back. We need to grow the numbers in Grand Bahama. We need to grow our economy, and so we need some things to happen quickly. I don't think we could go through another 5 years with things promising to come on stream. So I say any government that comes in place, Grand Bahama is an emergency matter, not just from the health perspective, but economically, and we need to see things happen. Our young people, too many of them are not even considering coming back home.
He adds that he believes that there needs to be a serious and a strong partnership between the governments of the Bahamas and the Grand Bahama Port Authority.
No longer government blaming the port blaming the government. Those two parties need to sit down and put a plan together of how to move Grand Bahama forward, and it needs to be done together, and an immediate plan, a plan that says, hey, this is where we're going to be in 2 years, in 3 years, concrete things that are going to happen, and who's going to be responsible for what. I think the second thing that needs to happen is the government and the Port Authority need to attract investors. We need at least 2 major investments in Grand Bahama, just like we see took place in Nassau, that will provide jobs. If 1 or 2 investments can take place in Grand Bahama, that would provide up to 2,000 to 3,000 jobs in the short term, which is like 1 to 2 years. It'll change the economic state of Grand Bahama.
Some progress being made on Sweetings Key. A group of Sweetings Key residents receiving keys to brand new homes over the weekend. The 8 homes handed over on Saturday make up the 17 homes in total that were built for those residents who lost everything during Hurricane Dorian. The Sweetings Key Home Project is an initiative of the Rotary Clubs of Grand Bahama, the TK Foundation, and the Lyford Key Charitable Trust. Our Jamila Mizik was on the Sweetings Key and filed this report.
It was a joyous occasion as 8 newly built homes were officially handed over to residents on Sweetings Key thanks to the Sweetings Key Home Project, an initiative spearheaded by Rotary, the TK Foundation, and Lyford Key Charitable Trust. The new homes make up a total of some 17 homes that were either restored or rebuilt for those residents who lost everything and were forced to either relocate or sleep in tents due to Hurricane Dorian's destruction. Rotary's area governor, Billy Jane Ferguson, making the presentation to the homeowners.
We have come a long way in rebuilding Sweetings Key and rebuilding the community of Grand Bahama. They've suffered a lot on this key, and I'm so happy on behalf of the TK Foundation and the Lyford Key Club Charitable Trust to be able to make this possible. Of course, this afternoon would not have been possible without a super team in the persons of Team Seagrape. Let's hear it for Team Seagrape.
Also on hand for the signing over ceremony was Administrator for the area, Christian Palacios.
It means a lot to me as an administrator, you know, coming to the Key every other week and seeing the progress, seeing the persons that are benefiting from these homes and how appreciative they are. It means a lot to me.
And thanks to insurance management, the homes have been insured for up to 1 year under the program. Assistant Manager of Customer Relations, Melissa Sayers, explains.
We have been asked to help to provide the insurance for persons up to a year, and we think it is an honorable and remarkable thing for Rotary Club to do this for these persons. We've also been asked to come along and to explain the policy or contract that they would have, which also covers them for hurricane, fire, and they have comprehensive cover, as a matter of fact.
Now, as they were presented the keys to their homes, ribbons were cut, and each home was presented with a label commemorating the occasion.
I have to thank God, and I'd like to especially thank the Rotary Club and whoever was involved with helping me get this house.
It's been a lot. I thank God for them and the blessing they have sent to Sweetings Key for us.
These people, they work so hard, they try so hard. They build a formula for me. I didn't have this. Who was going to do it for me? I'm so proud of this home. Every day they come on, I lay down, I call out, I cry. And I'm happy, and I'm grateful. And I'm so proud of it. And I thank Rotary.
And to show their appreciation, the residents on Sweetings Key taking the opportunity to present plaques to all of the organizations involved in bringing a sense of normalcy back to the Key. Shamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.
Switching gears now, 15 COVID-19 related deaths reported in the latest health dashboard. 4 of those COVID-19 related deaths from Grand Bahama. A 66-year-old male on August 22nd and a 68-year-old male on August 27th. Now, the Ministry of Health reporting 2 COVID-19 related deaths that were previously under investigation but have now been reclassified. An 81-year-old male and a 67-year-old female on August 17th. The 11 remaining COVID-19 related deaths are from New Providence and Andros. The Ministry of Health reporting 87 new cases of COVID-19, 72 of those newly reported cases in New Providence, 10 cases on Grand Bahama, 2 cases in Abaco, 1 case in Eleuthera, 1 in the Berry Islands, and 1 in Exuma. Of those newly confirmed cases, 41 are males and 46 are females. There are 175 hospitalizations, 21 cases are in Grand Bahama, with 1 person in the intensive care unit. 49 recoveries were reported. A man is dead following a traffic accident over the weekend. Reports say shortly after 5 p.m. on Saturday, police received a report of a traffic accident on Queens Highway, Deadman's Reef, West Grand Bahama. Initial investigations reveal that a red 2010 Honda Fit was being driven west in the area of Deadman's Reef by an adult male when the driver lost control, ran off the southern side of the street into bushes, and overturned. The front seat passenger was ejected from the vehicle upon impact. Both the driver and the passenger were also attacked by a swarm of bees. The passenger was examined by a doctor on scene and was pronounced dead. The driver is listed in serious but stable condition. Investigations are continuing. And in other news, Thursday, September 2nd marked the 2nd anniversary of the passage of Hurricane Dorian on Grand Bahama, a monster storm that left death and destruction on the island. This past Sunday, a memorial service was held in the High Rock community to remember the lives that were lost. Our Italia Hall was there.
It was a sad occasion as residents gathered to remember the lives that were lost during Hurricane Dorian, the catastrophic storm that claimed the lives of many in the East End community. The memorial service featured various praise and worship teams, as well as special selections. Minister of Disaster Preparedness, Management, and Reconstruction, the Honorable Keisha Parker Edgecombe, telling residents that while Bahamians are saddened by what took place, they must know that going forward, God will provide.
It is important for each and every one of us here to know this afternoon that in the midst of our sorrows, we must keep hope alive. For each and every one of you who would have lost loved ones in this community, by extension, the Bahamas has suffered and felt your pain, but they can't imagine what it is to be in your shoes. I am here today to recommit the government's assistance to you. Day by day, we will not stop until we are satisfied that each and every one of you have been helped.
Member of Parliament for the East Grand Bahama constituency, Peter Turnquist, also taking part in the memorial service. He says he knows that this is a difficult time for many, and he knows that more reconstruction is needed in the community.
But we are grateful for the steps that we've been making towards the rebuilding and reestablishing of these communities. It is a testament to partnership. It's a testament to your strength and your resilience. And I want to congratulate you for not giving up on your communities.
Minister of State for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Kwesi Thompson, says his prayers are with the families that lost loved ones.
Give God thanks. We must give him thanks for the stories of survival. Give him thanks for all that he has done in keeping us and all that he has done in bringing us to where we are today.
President of the Grand Bahama Christian Council, Reverend Dr. Robert Lockhart, says he had the opportunity to interact with families who experienced loss during Hurricane Dorian.
And what God is reminding us is that in the midst of all of this, he has already overcome this for us. And as we look to him He will show us the path and the avenue to continue to move forward, to rebuild, to restore, and to continue to achieve the dreams and aspirations of those that were dear to us.
Apostle Carolyn Cooper telling residents that God did not forget them.
The process might be slow. It seems like you're working, and it seems like you're working, and you're making no progress, Pastor Baloo. But I hear the Lord said, I still have you on my mind.
A wreath was laid and prayers were lifted for the nation. It's Halia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. There's still more news right after this break.
On down now.
For your large and small generators, propane and butane stoves, LED flashlights, fuel canisters, coolers, batteries, gas and electric chainsaws, cooking supplies, tarps, matches, duct tape, and more.
Third Dimension on Yellow Pine Street introduces its new home improvement center. Step into our brand new, fully stocked showroom for the latest in doors, tiles, housewares, kitchenwares, bathwares, vanities, power tools, electrical, and plumbing supplies. So stop by our showroom to view our full range of products or call the Home Advisor hotline at 602-0935 today. We are your home advisors.
Island Bedding is the Bahamas' leading manufacturer in mattress sets. But did you know we also carry top quality products like pillows, comforters, sheets, and much more. Our furniture line is also expanding to meet the needs of those rebuilding. We have bedroom sets, sofa beds, recliners, accent pieces, and so much more. Come and experience Island Bedding today, where everybody deserves their own island.
Welcome to the My Professor and More, where our focus is to provide the innovation and provide the guidelines for our talented students in a variety of subject matters, from primary school all the way to university level.
Because of the Math Professor, my mathematical and public speaking skills have truly elevated.
At the My Professor and More, we see our students as being family members. Even though we strive in mathematics and public speaking, we cover all of those areas whereby students may be finding challenges. At the Math Professor, we strive for excellence. We strive for innovation. And through the techniques that we use, we continue to make a difference in the lives of hundreds of students each year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. We welcome you to be a part of the family.
Best rate, no delay. Best rate, no delay.
BTC gives more savings on the best fiber internet. It's super fast with super savings in every package. Compare and see for yourself. Enjoy the best home internet experience for all your work, study, and entertainment.
Best rate, no delay. Best rate, no delay.
Visit a BTC store to sign up for the best internet experience on the Bahamas' best fiber network.
Bellevue Gifts is a household name that has educated generations with the best and affordable supplies. Now through September 4th, get 15% off workbooks, school supplies, and teacher's aids. Bellevue Gifts and Supplies. See in-store details for more specials.
When you're operating at the highest standards, something remarkable happens.
You don't just meet your goals, you exceed them.
You don't just respond to needs, you anticipate them.
And you know that failure comes with consequences. You deserve the best we have to offer. And this is why we're working to ensure that we deliver on our commitments.
And we will take responsibility when we don't.
You have high expectations.
And we're committed to doing what it takes to exceed them.
Hi, I'm Wes. I like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Let us put shoes on your feet.
#1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The COVID-19 pandemic has severely impacted countries around the world, and here in the Bahamas, it is no different. Tonight, our Jay Philippe talks with a small business owner who has been providing a popular product to the Grand Bahama community for many years and says her business continues to thrive in this COVID environment.
You have to keep the ice on it.
Shelley Shepherd has been in the business of selling salads for some 23 years and counting. A typical day for Shelley starts at 5 a.m. with assistance of helpers and her husband in the kitchen preparing salads. By 11 a.m., she hits the road to make deliveries at her various designated locations. The well-known salad provider says since the pandemic began in March of last year, she has seen significant increase in business.
From last year, March, it was great. It was great. After the shutdown, people were not able to come out, so I delivered. And so sales increased for me then. It was consistent, long lines at Solomon, Sawyer's, and so while people wait on lines, they were purchasing drinks and salads.
She says since the economy began to reopen, sales for her has been steady.
It's been steady. Not like how it was at the first closing down of the pandemic or the starting of the pandemic, but it's consistent.
Shelley adds that she has done her best to meet the needs of consumers and have made adjustments along the way as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic.
We sanitize everything that we do at home, and I normally travel with my hand sanitizers, but for the most part, most of my customers are pretty much in good health.
And after 23 years of being in the business locally, this entrepreneur says the next step is to try the international market.
For a season, I love the Bahamas, and I do believe that God is extending the business there. So after I'm through with that, I have another maybe 6 years on the workforce, and at 60, I'll retire. In the name of Jesus, I will retire a wealthy woman.
I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Network News.
And don't go away, our Facebook friend of the day is still to come.
You're ready to step out with designer shoes or handbags? Visit Steppin' Out. They've relocated at number 4 Old Sam's Plaza. Stepping out when you want to put your best foot forward.
When you're operating at the highest standards, something remarkable happens.
You don't just meet your goals, you exceed them.
You don't just respond to needs, you anticipate them.
And you know that failure comes with consequences. You deserve the best we have to offer. And this is why we're working to ensure that we deliver on our commitments.
And we will take responsibility when we don't.
You have high expectations.
And we're committed to doing what it takes to exceed them. We do it better. We do it better. We do it. We do it better. We do it better.
Hi, I'm Olympia Ferguson from Budget Pest Control. On Grand Bahama, there are only 2 types of homes, those with termites and those that will have termites. The signs you should look for are drywood termite fecal pellets, subterranean termite shelter tubes, and of course, damaged wood. We now have on Grand Bahama the Coptotermes formosanus, or the super termite, which can do extreme damage in a very short period of time. To know more and to protect your investment, contact the termite experts at Budget Pest Control. With us, it's not just a company behind you, but a family. We are located on 13 Forest Avenue. Call us today at 351-7378.
Welcome to the My Professor and More, where our focus is to provide the innovation and provide the guidelines for talented students in a variety of subject matters, from primary school all the way to university level.
Because of the math professor, my mathematical and public speaking skills have truly elevated.
At the Math Professor and more, we see our students as being family members. Even though we strive in mathematics and public speaking, we cover all of those areas whereby students may be finding challenges. At the Math Professor, we strive for excellence. We strive for innovation. And through the techniques that we use, we continue to make a difference in the lives of hundreds of students each year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. We welcome you to be a part of the family.
Our Garden Farmers Market Fest is Saturday, September 11th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Grand Bahama Community Park at Princess. Vendors have a variety of items for sale. Get yours and support.
Best rate, no debate. Best rate, no debate.
BTC gives more savings on the best fiber internet. It's super fast with super savings in every package. Compare and see for yourself. Enjoy the best home internet experience for all your work, study, and entertainment.
Best rate, no debate. Best rate, no debate.
Visit a BTC store to sign up for the best internet experience on the Bahamas' best fiber network.
The quality goes in before the name goes on, and I can say that about this juice and Jamaica Bahama products.
Well, normally I buy the pigeon peas because it tends to be more natural and it's something that we grow in our yard. And so when I don't have any, that's the next substitute, best thing for it.
My favorite product is the corned beef, the taste and the texture. When I cook it, there's nothing much you need to add in it. It's very delicious.
Could you tell me why you choose JBI coconut water?
Well, personally, it just tastes better to me. I saw the brand, the flag, the Bahamian flag actually attracted me.
JBI is the best. You know, we're American and we're new down here and we tried other brands and JBI, the jasmine and rice brand, was the best.
I cook a lot of soup and it's really good. I love the flavor. It's better than the other ones.
Because it's very authentic and I just love your product.
Buy JBI.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Tommy Thompson, you are our Facebook friends of the day, and we thank you so much for your support. That's going to do it for us here in the North, but be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Megan Shepard. Have a wonderful evening.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, vaccination appointments seeing an increase. The COVID-19 death toll continues to rise. And a major conference opens here with Commonwealth law leaders. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
Having the choice to dine indoors is so 2020. Make your appointment to be vaccinated today.
This message has been brought to you by the Government of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
This portion of the news is brought to you by BTC Superfast Internet for Less. Best rate, no debate. Sign up today.
Well, vaccination numbers on the rise. Good evening. I'm Jiminita Swain. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks so much for joining us. The country has now surpassed 18,000 COVID-19 cases with more than 400 deaths reported on the latest health dashboard. Those numbers seem to be having an impact on people getting vaccinated, Cleopatra Murphy found out how vaccination turnout among the younger demographic is being impacted by current COVID-19 trends.
2 weeks after the local rollout of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine, officials say the uptake in teens is encouraging. As of Friday, 5,154 youth between 12 and 17 had received the first shot of the vaccine, the only one available to that age group. Site assistant at the Loyola Hall Vaccination Center, Patricia Tavares, says there is also significant demand among the general public.
We're extremely encouraged by the numbers that we're seeing here. The parents are taking it seriously. They're anxious to get their children vaccinated and safe and back into school. So there definitely has been an increase in it. We're getting a lot of people that want the Pfizer, and they're actually asking for it over the other ones. So we're very happy with it. They're coming in and glad that they will take anything at this point that's available to them.
After experiencing 3 bouts with the virus, the last one the worst, one nursing student and tourism sector employee says she made up her mind to get vaccinated after Pfizer received FDA approval.
My last experience, I had no taste, no smell, loss of appetite. I was very fatigued. I had no energy, joint pains to die for, backaches, everything. I had a cold, I was coughing. It was bad. It was bad. I was really sick. Headaches that didn't go away. No matter how much pills I took, nothing was working. So I was like, no, let's get this done.
After his father-in-law succumbed to COVID-19 last week and losing several others close to him because of the virus, resident Lindy Seymour decided to get vaccinated. He says it is a personal choice everyone has to make.
People are saying, don't get the vaccine, get it, don't get it, get it, don't get it. But I feel as if it's better to have a fighting chance than to have a losing one.
It seems more people are taking that message to heart. To make appointments more accessible to the public, vaccination hours are being extended at Loyola Hall, the Kendall G.L. Isaacs Gymnasium, and St. Joseph Parish Hall until Friday, while those centers, including the Melia, will open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday.
We are now making longer hours to try and get an uptake of people coming in, particularly the students. We understand that they are online at school, and that's also having a problem with parents coming out because they have to monitor the children. So we're hoping that with extending the hours until 7 p.m., we can accommodate more children and more adults that are busy during the day.
Up to Saturday, 161,613 vaccine doses had been administered. 105,753 people had received one vaccine dose, and 59,002 people had been fully vaccinated. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
And now to the latest COVID numbers. The COVID-19 death toll climbed by 13 yesterday. That's 7 men and 6 women between the ages of 49 and 68 years old who reside in New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Andros, pushing the COVID-19 death toll to 439, with 27 of them under investigation. The death of an 81-year-old man and 67-year-old woman, both of Grand Bahama, that were previously classified as COVID-19 deaths under investigation, are now confirmed as COVID-19 related. COVID-19 hospitalizations remain in the triple digits, 175 now on record, 21 individuals detained in the intensive care unit, and 154 listed as moderately ill. Health officials also reported 87 new COVID-19 cases comprising 41 men and 46 women. 72 of the new cases generated here in New Providence, 10 in Grand Bahama, 2 new cases in Abaco, and 1 case each in Eleuthera, the Berry Islands, and Exuma, now totaling 18,853 cases nationwide, with 3,279 active. Well, the University of the Bahamas revising its new COVID-19 policy announced last week. All persons entering the university's campuses are now required to show proof of being fully vaccinated or present a negative COVID-19 rapid antigen test that must be no older than 5 days. For employees, residential students, coaches who must work on campus, and students who must come on campus for course-related activities during remote operations, but who are not fully vaccinated, UB will pay for their rapid antigen test until further notice, provided that proof of affiliation with UB is presented at Eden Wellness and Doctors Hospital testing sites. UB North faculty, staff, and students may be tested by Doctors Hospital, whose site is located at the Geneva Wellness Center on East Beach Drive in Freeport. And as a reminder, temperature checks will be done at the entrance. Masks must be worn at all times. Social distancing must be adhered to, and all are reminded to wash or sanitize hands frequently. Well, COVID-19, the primary topic of a recent Royal Bahamas Defense Force health seminar. Ministry of Health officials led by National Immunization Coordinator Nursing Officer Ruth Bastian traveled to HMBS Coral Harbor last week Thursday to educate Marines on the benefits of the COVID-19 vaccine. Nurse Bastian noted that the country is far from its goal of 70% of individuals being inoculated. Although residents have received more than 130,000 doses of the vaccine, there is still more work needed to ensure herd immunity. The health professionals encourage Defense Force personnel to protect themselves and their loved ones, as statistics from the Center for Disease Control show that unvaccinated individuals are 5% more likely to die from the virus and 29% more likely to become hospitalized. Meantime, Royal Bahamas Defense Force Commodore Dr. Raymond King joined regional colleagues in Antigua last week to participate in the United Kingdom's Chief of Defense Staff Conference. Three individual conference sessions covered serious organized crime threats, regional initiatives, and the implications for United Kingdom defense engagement and natural threats. The British organizers expressed their ambition to use the conference as a vehicle for institutional capacity building, military capability development, training and education, doctrine and concepts in order to maximize collective security development with focused United Kingdom engagement. The final session was held aboard the HMS Medway, a permanent Caribbean patrol ship deployed to support disaster relief and conduct counter-trafficking operations. Also to come, pertinent law discussions facing the Commonwealth taking place in the capital this week. That story and more when the Bahamas Tonight continues.
And remember to tune in to the morning edition with LaDawn Davis and Charles Fisher at 7 o'clock weekday mornings. We also have news updates at every hour starting at 2 p.m. You can then watch the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, at 6:30 and the National Report live at 7 p.m. All right here on the ZNS Network.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil. Shell's Summer of Fun.
Hear that? If you listen closely, you can hear the heartbeat of a nation. That unique sound of a great country, pounding with colorful history, a rich culture, and unwavering ambition. When you look around, you recognize its pulse. The people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians.
Best rate, no debate. Best rate, no debate.
BTC gives more savings on the best fiber internet. It's super fast with super savings in every package. Compare and see for yourself. Enjoy the best home internet experience for all your work, study, and entertainment.
Best rate, no debate. Best rate, no debate.
Visit a BTC store to sign up for the best internet experience on the Bahamas' best fiber network.
You know that feeling you get when you have an uncontrollable desire for fried chicken? That's the KFC. A substance that stimulates your senses to identify the aroma of our secret recipe or an extra crispy crunch from any distance. It's invisible to the naked eye, but you can feel it traveling throughout your body, taking control so you can enjoy a juicy bite of KFC. Ignite your senses with KFC.
Health is the greatest gift. That's
That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 9th Fifth Terrace, Centerville, right in the heart of the medical service epicenter of Nassau, Bahamas.
There's nothing as powerful as knowing where you belong. No more waiting. It's time to come home. Come home to friendly smiles. Come home to convenience. Come home to more interest on savings and lower fees. Come home to our bank and your bank. Come home to Bank of the Bahamas, your bank of solutions.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Welcome back. Government releasing its fourth quarter fiscal snapshot report for the 2020-2021 budget year. Preliminary data shows government performed materially in line with parliamentary approved fiscal targets, closing the year with a budget deficit of $1.3 billion, inclusive of $273.3 million in COVID-19 related expenditures and $68 million approved in June by Parliament to build a major multi-story extension to the Princess Margaret Hospital. Government's job retention program accounted for $23 million in expenditure last year, along with $4.1 million on small business development and $36.6 million on public health and safety. Minister of State for Finance, the Honorable Kwesi Thompson, also revealed in a press release that unemployment support and social welfare programs accounted for the largest portions of government's COVID-19 expenditure, $164.7 million and $40.4 million on food assistance. In other news, over 180 legal practitioners and experts from the region are engaging in vital discussions related to the Commonwealth this week during the Commonwealth Lawyers Association annual conference underway at the Baha Resort. Desmond Sanders has that story.
Not only has our health and environment in which we live been threatened by the pandemic, but the climate crisis has continued to deepen its tentacles, entwining with the pandemic to produce a toxicity that few of us could ever have imagined before COVID-19.
Commonwealth Secretary-General, the Right Honourable Patricia Scotland, highlighting the tremendous impact of the COVID-19 crisis on the region, which continues to wreak havoc on our Commonwealth, impacting over 40 million lives. The Secretary-General now calling on more affluent countries to provide more assistance in the COVID fight by helping those vulnerable communities.
As some of the more affluent countries of the world start to emerge from the crisis as they vaccinate increasing proportions of their populations, we now must work to protect the smallest and the most vulnerable. And I would urge that we start with the 42 small states of the world, 32 of which are members of our Commonwealth family.
The Commonwealth Secretary-General also highlighting the need for increased vaccinations for Commonwealth territories.
Around 41 million COVID-19 vaccine doses are currently administered each day globally. So for just 2 days worth of global vaccines, we could fully vaccinate and protect the smallest and the most vulnerable nations amongst us. Just imagine how many of us would have been here today at this conference if all of our member states had received the level of vaccination that they sought at the beginning of this pandemic.
Sustainable justice and the future role of the law is a theme for the 5-day conference. Governor General of the Bahamas, His Excellency Sir Cornelius Smith, implored delegates to remain relevant to the changing issues of our times.
We live in an ever-changing world. Many leaders are challenged between adhering to the democratic principles when confronted with the novel circumstances, novel opinions, and ideas that are outside the norms. New thinking regarding human and democratic rights, health and safety concerns, artificial intelligence, ethics, among others, are constantly evolving. More than ever before, new scientific and technological advancement, coupled with the increase in worldwide destruction caused by natural disasters, climate change, and the pandemic, presents an entirely new dynamics to law and its practices.
Artificial intelligence and the future of the profession, sexism and the legal profession, transborder property disputes, and sustainable global governance are some of the many issues to be addressed this week. The event climaxing on Thursday with a big gala and awards presentation. Desmond Saunders, ZNS Network News.
Well, strengthening national certification systems is the goal of a new partnership between the Tourism Development Corporation, Ministry of Tourism and Aviation, and the Inter-American Development Bank. They hope to increase the country's resiliency and sustainability as a tourism destination, enhance the state of the national or natural environment, improve destination competitiveness, and ensure that tourism revenue reaches a greater proportion of Bahamian communities. Once the certification program is complete, in addition to a webinar campaign, TDC's certified evaluators and executives of the Bahamas Association of Shore Experiences will travel throughout the country to inform all tourism-related enterprises of the new standards. While the Bahamas is one of 3 international routes added to United Airlines' winter schedule, starting December 18th, the U.S.-based air carrier will fly from Cleveland Hopkins International Airport in Ohio to the Lynden Pindling International Airport here in Nassau only on Saturdays. American media reports state that United will be the only airline offering direct service from Cleveland to the Caribbean this winter. United will be operating 167 daily flights to the Caribbean, Central America, and Mexico this winter, representing a 26% increase compared to the airline's operations in winter 2019.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
The government of the Bahamas has launched its preliminary stage of the bidding process on the Bahamas Airport's public-private partnership program. The Director of Aviation, Algernon Cargill, said this initiative is truly exciting for the ministry and Bahamians.
It's an exciting program that the Department of Aviation has led, an initiative by the government of the Bahamas. We have 7 airports that we have included in this RFP that we've been working on for the past several months. The airports, or the RFP is divided into 2 bundles, Grand Bahama being one bundle, and several other Family Island airports being the other bundle. Or bidders can choose to bid on both bundles. But more so, because we receive so much interest in our airports from the local as well as the global community, the government of the Bahamas decided that the best or the most transparent way to ensure that we're able to secure the best operator for our Family Island airports is to issue an RFP. And the Department of Aviation has been charged with this responsibility. And so far, we're pleased with the progress we've been making. Well, we had our first market briefing on June 28th. We had bidders from all over the world who showed an enormous amount of interest in partnering with the government of the Bahamas in this PPP initiative. And through this exercise, we've been able to provide direct feedback to these bidders, as well as information on the Project Information Memorandum that we commonly call the PIM. So the next step after that PIM exercise is to pre-qualify bidders. And during the first week of September, we will be having a call for pre-qualification. So we will be sending a notice out in the local media, as well as the global media, the embassies around the world, to solicit or invite bidders to pre-qualify to participate in the final stage, the actual issuance of the RFP. Suppliers can request information about the RFPQ at suppliers.gov.bs. Also, they can send an email to p3airports@bahamas.com. RFPQ will actually outline this in more detail, and the government of the Bahamas is not selling the airports. The airports will be leased on a long-term lease to the potential investors, and we expect that the lease will be a term of 30 years or thereabout.
To read more information on the P3 program, visit tourismtoday.com. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
Life is better with Rubis Rewards. Just fuel up and swipe for your chance to win free fuel, cash back in our stores, restaurant and store discounts from our partners, plus prizes and surprises. It doesn't get better than this. Your Rubis Reward tag is free at every Rubis service station in New Providence. Get yours today. Rubis, it's just better.
Hey, I just reached. I asked him now because they close in like 5 minutes. Okay, hold on. Oh, sorry. Hi. I heard y'all added more things to pay, like government fees or something?
Yes, sir. We're now accepting payments for Department of Immigration, Department of Labor, and the Royal Bahamas Police Force.
Okay, good. I come to pay a police record and a labor certificate.
Okay, no problem. What's the name?
Uncle Boogaloo.
What's the first name?
Uncle.
And the last?
Boogaloo. You in the system.
Are you paying by cash, sir?
Coins.
Pardon?
Oh, and you could put a couple of them coins on my BPL bill. They just cut me off last night. I don't know what happened. Hey, Uncle, you straight. Okay. Yeah, don't forget my horse fish now.
Pay your government fees today at Cash and Go.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
When you want to save money on your tile supplies, who you gonna call? The Tile King. When you tile your house and you want to look good, who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Visit the new Tile King showroom, which is internationally recognized as the finest tile showroom in the Caribbean, located in the Builders Mall on Wolf Road.
The Tile King. Who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Tiles on everything.
Hurricane season is upon us. Be prepared. BAF General can cover your home and belongings with an affordable and comprehensive hurricane plan. Remember, your home may be the largest investment ever. Keep it covered with BAF General Insurance this hurricane season.
BAF, that's BAF for life.
I miss going out with my friends and dancing the night away. I
I miss being asked, do you want to sit inside or outside at a restaurant?
I really miss traveling without having to get these COVID tests stuck up my nose.
I miss not having to wear a mask everywhere.
I miss going out to see a late-night movie.
Want the pandemic to end? Make your appointment now to get vaccinated.
This message has been brought to you by the Government of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Everyone's excited about the $8 meal of the day. Every day, it's a different 6-inch sub, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $8. That feels like fresh value. Come in any day of the week for one of your favorite 6-inch subs. Like turkey breast, meatball marinara, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, black forest ham, Italian BMT, oven roasted chicken, and tuna. Then add chips and a 20-ounce drink, and you've got the $8 meal of the day. A great meal at a great price every day of the week. Only at Subway.
Activate your power with the new Scotia Card MasterCard Debit. Experience the power of convenience with speedy payments made with a simple tap. Feel the power of safety with enhanced security from our chip and pin technology, which grants you extra protection at the ATM, online, and at point of sale protection. Your access is granted. Make purchases here or when you choose to travel with priceless MasterCard offers. Activate your power with the new Scotiabank MasterCard Debit Card.
In news from the courts, the Court of Appeal has upheld the conviction and sentence of appellant Carla Bullard, who was handed an 18-month prison term for forgery. Bullard had challenged her sentence on the grounds that it was unduly severe. However, after hearing from both sides, the court disagreed and ordered that she surrender herself immediately to the Bahamas Department of Corrections to begin serving her prison term. Meantime, the appellate court quashed Bullard's conviction and sentences for uttering a forged document and fraud by false pretenses. While Scotiabank has been recognized as the most innovative in data by the Bankers Global Innovation in Digital Banking Awards 2021, the Banker magazine recognizes global excellence in financial technology and celebrates innovation in finance at the annual awards. President and Chief Executive Officer of Scotiabank, Brian Porter, says he's pleased that for the second year in a row, the magazine has recognized Scotiabank for its innovation in financial services. He says the bank's overall investment in technology has aided its rapid response to the COVID-19 pandemic, making it easier for customers to do business. Well, agriculture getting a boost now that the Agro Village project is underway here in New Providence. An initiative of the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, the Agro Village, also known as Agro Parks, is expected to significantly increase economic growth and employment generation in the national agriculture sector. The Agro Village provides a location for stakeholders to equally benefit from co-creation and knowledge sharing of agro initiatives, good agricultural practices, and agro-technology, as well as increased employment opportunities for stakeholders. 35 acres of land on Gladstone Road Agricultural Complex were approved for the Agro Village last year, and applications from 20 entrepreneurs engaged in various production activities have been received to date. Other agro villages will be built in Grand Bahama, Eleuthera, Exuma, and Andros. Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
Summer is here, and Shell presents a summer of fun. Win $30,000 in prizes when you spend $20 in fuel at any Shell location. Now through September 10th. Experience incredible hotel stays in the Family Islands and Nassau. Win thousands of dollars in fuel, groceries, and electronic devices. Fuel up today and submit your receipt by WhatsApp, email, and Facebook. Follow us on Facebook for more chances to win with Shell. Terms and conditions apply.
Simplify your life with SHIP.
office, technology, available in 2 locations, Harbour Bay and Madeira Street, Nassau. We provide a variety of affordable electronics, including laptops, tablets, and much more. Our shipping department provides flexible and next-day shipping, with affordable rates as low as $1.49 per pound. Both locations have a wide range of services such as shipping, technology, and locksmithing. Our office rentals start as low as $450 a month. Visit our stores today and let us help you simplify your life.
At BPL, we are champions of safety. We've developed a work culture that is committed to safety at all levels within our organization.
We're more than just co-workers. We're a family, and to safeguard ourselves from injury, we ensure that our junior employees receive on-the-job training from our veteran employees who are more familiar with our safety protocols.
At the completion of every assignment, our crews perform a routine inspection of our system. We then contact system control for the approval before restoring power to the affected areas. It's a shared responsibility for us. By following these simple but important safety protocols, we'll reach our goal of getting to zero. 0 on-the-job injuries and 0 lost time accidents. That's why at BPL for us, it's think safe, work safe, home safe.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
If you think it's hot outside, check out this week's specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Kellogg's assorted cereals, family size, $4.99. Rainbow evaporated milk, large can, buy 3, get 1 free. Campbell's Chunky Soups, 19-ounce, $2.39. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, 99 cents per pound. Sweet peaches, $1.59 per pound. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Double stamps on Sundays, Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
It's Shay here, and welcome to our first installment of Alive's Community Corner. Not only is Alive a digital service provider, and beyond those great deals and services that we provide you, Alive is committed to the community. So here's a look at what we did for Mother's and Father's Day. This episode, and we look forward to sharing with you so many more of our community moments. So why Alive? Because you deserve it.
With less than 2 weeks left before the general election, Family Island administrators are busy making last-minute preparations. Inagua Administrator Marlon Leary says training for all poll workers and other stakeholders are underway.
Preparations are going great. This week we have some training sessions for our presiding officers and poll workers, and we will do basically the same training next week to ensure that our persons have a great grasp of what it is they're supposed to do during the polling station, during the voting time at these various polling stations. So here in Inagua, we have 2 polling divisions for the Michael district constituency, which is polling division number 11 and polling division number 12. So we are in the process this week and next week of getting all our persons geared up and ready to go.
Well, Administrator Leary also noted that special training is taking place to ensure that the over 600 registered voters on Inagua will be safe come Election Day.
Persons have to be in place, and all those various protocols with sanitization and stuff, and only certain persons are around the poll at certain times. So we're going to do all that, and we're going to meet with the security personnel and stuff, which is probably the police force and possibly RBDF, with the mindset of how we can control the number of persons that are entering the polling stations at any particular time during the day of election. Because we want everybody to be safe and to be mindful of the fact that we are in a pandemic, and we want everybody to continue to be safe and practice the measures that are put in place by the health professionals.
It's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Jim and Anita. Outside of our studios, we're having some light rain showers with a temperature of 81 degrees, and the winds are out of the west-southwest at 4 miles per hour. The barometric pressure, 1,015.3 millibars. That is 29.98 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 82 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Green Toll Key, 82, Marshall, Barbacoa at 84. 85 in the Berry Islands and Alistown, Bimini. Harbor Island, 86 degrees. Rock Sound, 85. 81 in Black Point, Exuma. 81s also in Kemps Bay, South Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros. Otterstown, Cat Island, 84. San Salvador and Rum Key, also 84 degrees. Georgetown, Exuma, 83. 85 in Ragged Island. Clarence Down, Long Island. Crooked Island, Betsy Bay at 86. 86 in Acklands. Matsutan, Inagua, 88 degrees. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 86. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. In the northwest and central islands tonight through the middle of the week, the winds are going to be simply light and variable with flat seas 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. However, let me remind you, due to Hurricane Larry, there's going to be some heavy swells impacting the east coast of our more easterly islands beginning late tomorrow, and that will peak sometime around Wednesday or Thursday of this week, where those swells could get up to as much as 15 feet. High tide takes place at 8:08 tonight, another high tide at 8:38 tomorrow morning in the southeast. Bahamas also right into the middle of the week. Southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet, with moderate to heavy swells beginning to develop as of tomorrow. And that's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. Extended weather forecast is still ahead.
You watch them grow and make plans for them even before they're old enough to talk. You spend a lifetime of sacrifice to pave the way for their success and create a tomorrow you too can be proud of. Can you tell who is the investor? At Leno, we believe everyone who has ever put a penny aside for a future dream is an investor. If you're new to investing, Leno's financial experts stand ready to design plans based on your goals. Let's sit down and explore the options one-on-one and see how, together, we can make your dreams come true. Whether considering traditional investments like a new home, car, your own business, security in retirement, or your child's college fund, we take the confusion out of the process and make an investor out of you. Call 396-3225 for an appointment. Leno, your bridge to the future.
How the smartest shoppers are shopping in Nassau. Variety disposable products versus the other guys. $120.40 versus $150. Variety disposable products, 25% savings. Bingo, save $3. Padilla, save $2. Bounty hand towel, $1. And that's how the smartest shoppers saved over $30 on this cart at Variety Disposable.
Financial resilience is the ability to withstand and recover from temporary financial hardship and disruptions.
Hi, I'm Ed Fields.
My name is Hope Strong.
I'm Franklin Butler. My name is Patrick Ward.
I am Roselle Boxey.
This is Kwesi Thompson. Let's talk financial resilience for a few minutes.
To learn more, visit the Securities Commission of the Bahamas website at scb.gov.bs.
Not having the choice to dine indoors is so 2020. Make your appointment to be vaccinated today.
This message has been brought to you by the Government of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
My name is Hope Strong. I am an attorney at law. City is the mother has caused us of necessity to reinvent and retool ourselves. Individually, we have had to reset our lives. We've had to social distance instead of socially gather. We've had to wear cloth masks instead of lipstick. And we've had to constantly wash. Those jobs are now returning to us. And it is time now for us to regain our financial footing. This is very important moving forward for us and for our families. So I want to offer some very, very, very brief tips about how we can go about trying to regain our financial footing. First of all, I want to encourage all of us to make and create a budget for ourselves and for our families. And in creating that budget, we will streamline expenditure. But beyond creating that budget, we have to also stick to that budget. One of the very simple things that I think that can be helpful to those of us who have to go out and do our grocery shopping for our families is planning. I think it is important for us to plan our meals ahead of time and ahead of going to the grocery store. We have to look to curbing our online purchases as well. That also is a great part of expenditure of the family budget in these times. We have to also look towards trimming our yearly subscriptions. A lot of those subscriptions are really geared towards entertainment. And if we curb them, we'll find that we are saving money. All in all, I think that we have to really minimize spending at this particular point in time in order for us to regain what we've lost. So it is important for us to, as they say, sweat the small stuff. COVID-19 is somewhat of an enigma for many of us because in all of the devastation that it has wrought on our society, there are so many heartwarming stories also coming out of this very challenging period. The kindness, love, and support demonstrated during these tough times will help to define us moving forward. These simple but aspirational human precepts and qualities are as important for nation building as any financial plan reliant on foreign elements. For much of the COVID period, we focused on one another. And that, I say, is a much better formula for success for our country. So take heart. Tomorrow will be a better day for us moving forward. There is hope.
This message is brought to you by the Securities Commission of the Bahamas.
At Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center, we provide imaging services to meet all your family's needs. Same goes for imaging at Grosvenor. We're the imaging experts. We never schedule multiple appointments, so you'll be in and out in no time. And if your initial screening reveals a concern, our radiology specialist can consult your doctor and conduct an alternative screening right then and there. Results are ready within 24 hours. Call 328-8157 to schedule an appointment at Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center or Imaging at Grosvenor today.
I miss going out with my friends and dancing the night away.
I miss being asked, you want to sit inside or outside at a restaurant.
I really miss traveling without having to get these COVID tests stuck up my nose.
I miss not having to wear a mask everywhere.
I miss going out to see a late night movie.
Want the pandemic to end? Make your appointment now to get vaccinated.
This message has been brought to you by the Government of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Every day, it takes a commitment to quality, a commitment to the people. Here at Impact, we commit to you, to providing you with the best, most efficient waste management service in the country. Across the Bahamas, every home and any event is within our reach. Let the fastest growing and most reliable team help keep your Bahamas clean. Impact Waste Management Company, committed to you.
Today is a day for fun. Today is a day for family. So why should yesterday's worries affect my today? That's why I insure my family with J.S. Johnson, because their mission is to provide us with the best insurance coverage possible. With J.S. Johnson, I know my family comes first, so I take comfort in knowing that they always have us covered, providing us with a great today and an even better tomorrow.
J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, giving you peace of mind.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
You may have heard that traditional bodybuilding isn't as popular as it used to be in the Bahamas. Blame worldwide changes to the sport by the International Federation of Bodybuilders and Fitness Body, the IFBB. This has resulted in many male bodybuilders opting to compete in the newly introduced men's physique categories. One of them is personal trainer and IFBB Elite Pro, Taran Knowles.
Me personally, why I didn't compete in bodybuilding in the old days or in the past days is because they only offered one category, which was men's bodybuilding, basically, and you had to wear the trunks. And I always told myself that I would never wear the jockeys on stage, right? But when they came up with man fitness, man physique, that was my opportunity with boy shorts and to present my best pocket. So they're all categories now. I don't want to go ahead and be a Debbie Downer about bodybuilding fading away, because it's definitely not. As a matter of fact, with all the opportunities that exist in the realm of bodybuilding and all the federations that exist, the opportunity is vast.
Well, local football lovers still reveling in the fact that another Bahamian has made it to the American National Football League. As a bit of history, only 3 players with Bahamian roots have ever made the active NFL roster. Last week, Tuesday, wide receiver Mike Strawn survived final cuts and was named to the Indianapolis Colts squad. He became the 4th player named. The first was Denver Broncos defensive back Ed Smith in 1973. Second was the Baltimore Ravens wide receiver DeVar Darling. Strawn's first taste of regular season action will be on September 12th at 1 p.m. in the Colts season opener against the Seattle Seahawks at the Lucas Oil Stadium.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Keeping homes safe across the Caribbean for decades. BOP has become the most trusted name in insecticide. There has never been, or there never will be, any escape for insects from the unrelenting power of BOP. Formulated with precision, BOP effectively eliminates all flying and crawling insects that seek to invade your home. Trust BOP, the #1 insecticide brand in the Caribbean, to keep everyone that matters to you safe. Distributed by Nassau Agencies Limited.
Across the Bahamas, we're more connected than ever before as we upgrade and expand our network, elevating your connection with BTC Superfast Fiber Internet. More people can access the best high-speed internet on our upgraded all-fiber optic network, providing you with a better experience working remotely, learning virtually, accessing more from home, and connecting with more opportunities. Visit our website or any store to upgrade to our Superfast Fiber Internet experience on the Bahamas' best fiber network.
Not having the choice to dine indoors is so 2020. Make your appointment to be vaccinated today.
This message has been brought to you by the Government of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Here are your COVID-19 isolation tips. Protecting others while in quarantine or self-isolation. While in quarantine or self-isolation, use safety measures to protect yourself and community from spreading COVID-19. Being in quarantine or self-isolation can make you feel anxious or stressed. Ensure that you take care of your emotions. Physical distancing does not mean socially disconnected. Stay connected with family and friends digitally. Keep a daily routine. Exercise daily, get rest, eat healthy, engage in activities, avoid unhealthy behaviors, and seek information from credible sources. You are not alone. Contact our hotline at 819-7652 or any of the numbers that appear on your screen.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, Hurricane Larry has gained some strength over the last 6 hours. It's now packing winds of 125 miles per hour as it treks towards the northwest at about 10 miles per hour. Now, the forecast track is going to take it dangerously close to the island of Bermuda, just to the east of Bermuda, sometime on Thursday. But as it makes that northwest track, it's going to generate some very large swells, which we anticipate will start impacting the east coast of the more easterly islands of the Bahamas beginning late tomorrow, and they should start peaking sometime around Thursday, where those swells can reach up to about 15 feet. So boaters and swimmers alike, we have to exercise extreme caution as we head into the middle of this week. And then we have another little area here in the Gulf of Mexico. Has a very low chance of developing, about a 30% over a 5-day cycle. But whether it develops into anything or not, it's going to produce quite a bit of rainfall along the Gulf Coast states of the United States, and in particularly along the Florida Panhandle by the weekend. And our satellite picture, you can see the very large eye of is Hurricane Larry, and that's about 50 miles across, very large eye, and is continuing to make that trek towards the north and west, but no problems for landmass at this stage. And the forecast for tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy conditions with a low temperature of 78 degrees. Tomorrow it's going to be partial sunshine with thunderstorms in the forecast again tomorrow as a result of a little troughing over the northwest Bahamas, which will continue for a couple more days. 90 degrees for your high temperature tomorrow, and your extended weather forecast holding those 90s right into Thursday. Just drop off just a tad on Friday to about 89 degrees. But showers will be off and on in the forecast right into Thursday. A lot better on Friday with lots of sunshine. But then comes Saturday, we have showers and thunderstorms once again working their way back into our forecast. Jimenita.
Well, thanks, Basil. That does it for the Bahamas tonight. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
This public service announcement has been brought to you by the